Rural Lifestyle, brought to you by Brown Chevrolet Buick. In Wamego, just a short drive down the yellow brick road.
Good morning and welcome back to the show. We're at the 2012 Agribusiness Expo here in Wichita, and we're joined by Sarah. Sarah, thanks for joining us. New program, a really cool, innovative program to get young people in the state of Kansas interested in science. Why don't you tell us about it?
You're exactly right, Brian. This program is called Nutrients for Life Foundation. It is a nonprofit foundation that is investing in science education. We all hear the stories about how the United States needs to keep pace with science standards. And to do that, we believe in American innovation and want to make interactive curriculum for students to learn hands-on basic science concepts and apply that to soil science, apply that to plants growing. So we have a free, let me say that again, curriculum resource.
F-R-E-E.
It's a free curriculum resource for elementary, middle school, and high school educators. For all educators out there, BSCS is a well-known science curriculum company. It's been reviewed by the Smithsonian Institute, as well as is tied to national science accreditation standards. So this curriculum is ready to go in classrooms. In addition to the curriculum, we have supportive resources to help facilitate the learning experience. So we have a periodic table that separates all of the macronutrients, the micronutrients that crops need. It provides for some fun games. We have some great flashcards, great interactive workbooks for elementary as well as high school students. But we're dedicated to making sure that young individuals have strong content in their classrooms, and also our educators that we appreciate that work hard to make sure that our youth are prepared for the future, have the resources to do that, Brian.
Well, and some of these things, and we were talking a little bit off camera, some of these things are getting, my view is getting people back to agriculture, because some of it is agriculture based, or most of it. Am I right?
A lot of this deals with basic agronomic concepts. So all of us remember in our science classrooms the periodic table, but were we able to have interactive experiences that correlated those elements to plant growth? So we're taking basic science concepts, plant growth, agronomic principles, and making them interactive so students have experiences that so there's different soil profiles across even the state of Kansas. What are the different nutrient profiles correlated with that? So trying to have a conversation with students and equip educators to make science not just a textbook topic that students are learning, but a hands-on applied. You're exactly right, Brian.
Well, and some of the our natural resources are depleting, and no better, the next generation coming up has got to be aware of that and make sure they utilize those natural resources to their fullest extent.
Exactly, and the curriculum not only teaches students and walks them through science concepts, applies it, but the last few lessons in each curriculum set ask students to think forward. So we just learned about all of this. How does that apply to our society? How do we go about feeding a growing population and making sure we do it as stewards of our resources? So it challenges students to have those intuitive conversations, whether they're at the elementary, middle school, or high school levels.
Well, we need to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'd like to talk about maybe the association with Kansas and kind of spreading it going forward, if that's all right.
Great, we can talk about that after break.
All right. You're watching Ag AM in Kansas, and we'll see you in just a minute.
Rural Lifestyle, brought to you by Brown Chevrolet Buick. In Wamego, just a short drive down the yellow brick road.
Thank you for staying with us, Sarah. Thank you for staying with us. This is a big undertaking, and the material, and we've got to look through some of it, expensive also. Who's helping underwrite this here in the state of Kansas?
Well, Brian, nationwide for Nutrients for Life Foundation, there are over 3,000 sponsors that believe in what we're doing and want sound science in the classroom. In Kansas, the program is being underwritten by Koch Fertilizer. They have looked at the resources. They recognize the value of Kansas schools having access to this great curriculum, very encompassing curriculum for classrooms and for our educators. And as they looked at this, they also recognized the need for us to have sound science education. And so they looked at the resources and they made the commitment to invest in Kansas and launch this program in Kansas.
Well, not only that, we needed another set of soil scientists and everybody else coming forward, because like you said in the first segment, I mean, our population's growing. We got to figure out a way to feed them.
Exactly, and the challenges of today won't be the challenges of tomorrow. So we have a firm need in our society to have an understanding of basic science principles to make sure those that solve tomorrow's problems have a fundamental base to go ahead and solve those problems, to apply their knowledge provided through great curriculum resources like this to tomorrow's issues.
And this is just another extension of ag in the classroom, just kind of on steroids, I guess you might say, or on hydrogen, or whatever it might be. Okay.
And we're working with Kansas Ag in the classroom,
Yeah.
so they're a partner, and they're aware of our resources, and it sometimes takes a village to make sure we take care and are providing resources and reaching out to our school systems.
We have an educator watching the show this morning, and they want some information. What's the easiest way to get a hold of you?
Go to nutrientsforlife.org, nutrientsforlife.org, or call me at 785-234-0461 and ask for Sarah. 785-234-0461 and ask for Sarah.
Now, do you go out, someone calls, ringy ring ring, Sarah, hey, I'm interested in this. Do you come to the school and kind of help them set it up and kind of go from there?
Yes, that's a resource we provide through Coke Fertilizer sponsorship in Kansas, as well as we can send as many free curriculum resources as will be utilized in your classrooms.
And again, it kind of brings everybody back to the soil and talking about how we can really impact the earth, feed a bunch of people, and also maintain our resources.
That's a great summary of the program and the value of these resources, Brian.
Perfect. Sarah, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
If you guys have any questions about that, nutrientforlife.org. Or give Sarah a call at the office and ask for her. I think it's a great resource, especially for young people to kind of get hands back on science again. So thank you.
Great.